Right, last video was about a week ago. There hasn't been any crazy breakout yet except this here in gold. Took out the descending. That was a beautiful candle up there. That was with the war run up. Then after the weekend on Monday, to be honest, I reckon everyone expected it to go higher because there was escalation during the weekend, but down it went, just literally retraced the whole pop. Maybe it was just a technical retrace of this breakout. And we're still just hugging the coast here, sideways. I think we've got FOMC today, so that'll definitely push us one way or the other. I mean, you could say that this is now fully retested, and either we break out of this here, this 3440, and go straight for 3,500, or we go all the way down on some, post FOMC reaction, whatever the number is. It doesn't really matter. You interpret one way. Where's price action? If it's down, well, you got these two little support lines here. All right. I mean, that is quite a move still. 3,400 all the way down to 3,250. All right. So I don't know if you can just ignore those two levels. You might not even get there. 2, 3, 4%. Forget about it. And then you've got this ascending that coincides. So this is very strong support for me. We probably wouldn't get there even after a bad FOMC reaction. But those are the next real support levels. Otherwise, you've got, I suppose, here. So let's see what happens. My bias is just the trend is your friend up. Even though we come back, even if we break this ascending and come all the way down here, the trend is up for a long, long time. All right. And I just think long term, we're just going to the moon because there's no bottom to the currencies that they're priced in. So dollar especially, you turn on Bloomberg. I'm surprised how many people are talking about the dollar's, hegemony is over. Like it's mainstream conversation now. So even more of a reason for gold to go up. Now, so for gold, let's just see, especially after today, and I always prefer to see the metals move on monetary or macroeconomic reasons rather than, short-term geopolitical ones. Silver is wild. Silver is definitely doesn't need gold anymore. I can see gold down and silver up. I think we saw that a few days ago. In fact, I think we saw that on Monday when gold was down. Anyway, recently we saw gold down, silver up. Obviously, you can see that that's been the case anyway. Silver is really approaching my level. Everyone's got these levels. Me, it's quite simple. All right, I do it for everything. It's the daily high in the sort of in the past chart. So you've got this here clearly standing out. I mean, that's where we are, give or take a couple of cents. Now, since it's FOMC, if there is a positive move up after FOMC, and I mean like, you know, a while after FOMC, not the immediate reaction, because you'll see it go up and then all the way back down, or down and all the way back up. I'm talking about after that digestion. If silver goes up and we close today, what are we now? Wednesday, right? We close today above 37.5, like 37.6, clearly above this candle, whatever it is, then we're moving higher. We're going to 40, 42, 44. We'll take a look then what the real level is. It gets a bit difficult between 42 and 44, but I don't mind that difficulty up there. Here, this has been beautiful. Like we took out 35, clearly. We went higher. We retested it with an with an extremely bullish reaction. Like retest, ends up being a green day that day. And now we had this sideways consolidation, which we broke out of yesterday, right? Whilst gold was doing nothing special, hugging the coast. And now we're just, okay, now it's too early to tell. And obviously it's FOMC, so it doesn't matter what happens up until FOMC. But it's still looking okay. Whilst gold, by the way, is down a little bit. So this thing wants to test 37.5, but let's see what happens. But I can't be too happy because although some of you guys probably own silver, I don't own silver. I own silver stocks. And the stocks, the ETFs, have not been that great. I mean, they haven't been red, but they haven't been as good as I had hoped. I just realized I forgot the dollar. Dollar, horrible. Just went up a little bit because of the war. Typical reaction, but basically waiting to flush 98. Down that goes. Another reason why gold's trend will not change. Rates not too relevant recently, but they'll probably become the most relevant thing very soon again. But otherwise, let's look at the ETFs. Starting off with the gold seniors GDX. Obviously, we've got resistance up here, and despite gold's pop and all that, it just hasn't broken out. It's just been I mean, it's pretty tired. Let's see where resistance is here. Yeah, up here. GDX has done well. And if you think about it, we're going to be back at 2011 highs pretty soon. Obviously, we're going to go all the way up here. Once we break 3,500, GDX is straight away above 56. Then we've got probably this level over here. 58 is a level. And then blah, blah, blah. The miners have good quarters. A couple of seniors start screaming up, and then it takes GDX with it all the way up here. That's the way I see GDX evolving very, very short term, which is beautiful. That's a nice like 25% or something all the way up there. GDXJ has outperformed recently, but obviously they're all tied. 72. This one also needs gold, and yeah, it also needs gold, silver also, but more gold. But yeah, we're just sort of going sideways. I think you just need gold above 3,500. I just thought silver's move would have done more for the ETFs. Now let's look at silver's ETFs specifically. And they've all got their ascending support, as you would have seen there. Silver, SIL, it's good. You can see it's sort of nearing the all-time high, 50. What a massive number that is. It's doing better than GDX and GDXJ in the very short term. Didn't even close the gap, which is interesting. I mean, this is serious consolidation candles. It's just, we know what silver's done. Silver's just broken out and then retested and broken out again. This thing should be, you know, that's just a little frustrating, but at least it's not flushing down. SILJ, same sort of thing. Didn't even enter the real gap zone. Yesterday's candle was okay, but silver had a good day yesterday. So that's damn annoying, right? And it's not like silver miners have been on a crazy run. They've been destroyed. They've had a little recent pop to catch up, and that's been cool. But I thought there would have been more energy to keep going. And it's not like the market's been dropping, which is sort of taken down silver, the industrial miners. No, they've been at all-time highs, hovering despite serious escalations in wars. Let's look at the individual miners. Thankfully, my miners, my actual portfolio, because I don't own the ETFs, they've been okay. So Newmont just hugging, the all-time 52-week highs. Very, very strong. I think I can see that one going to new 52-week highs without the GDX. So that's very nice for me personally. I own a lot of Newmont. Barrick Gold, I own quite a bit of that. That was actually stronger than Newmont. Made a new 52-week high. Retested a bit, basically sideways, waiting for gold or the GDX to give the signal to keep going. The trend is very much bullish. I have no problems with Barrick. I read a report yesterday. I don't follow the news or especially the micro news of these companies, but they had their Mali operation fully seized by the government. That's cool because that's obviously been priced in, so it's gone up despite the worst case scenario in Mali. That's really good, right? So I guess that was priced in all the way down here when, I mean, we knew about it, but I didn't know the worst case scenario was going to happen. That's how I read about it on Zero Hedge yesterday. So I guess that would explain why now we're free to go all the way up because the worst has taken place already. Agnico Eagle, always unstoppable, hovering all the way up here, waiting for the signal to break out. I've already trimmed this twice up here. I did actually trim again. Was it yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before? Monday or Tuesday? Because I was very, very light stuff of the gold stocks, and I added silver. Basically, what I took away from the gold, I added to silver. I just feel like gold stocks have done very, very well. Mine is still worth more than they should all the way up here. And silver stocks, I can just see them going higher. The stocks, because the metals are going higher and they're not moving. And I think the miners are wrong. So yeah, Agnico trimmed already, just leaving it, and that will definitely break out. Next trim, I've kind of taken away all my cells now. I mean, I only had one cell for all the seniors, and I just moved it down and just trimmed it, at the high of day 1 or 2 days ago. So that cell has just disappeared. If we break out, I'm gonna let it run again. Pan American Silver, very see again for a silver stock, outperforming the ETFs. That's the best close it's had in a while. I mean, obviously we had a great day yesterday. At least it's reacting somewhat, right? 1.5%. That'll go straight past 30 if silver. It should go straight past 30 if silver continues, especially today. I think once you got the FOMC out the way, maybe that's the green light for the miners also. It's pretty hard to have a big move. Well, then again, the metals are having a big move. Next, Wheaton, always strong. I'm surprised it's not all the way up here at its recent high, but that's just made new high non-stop. So, and I think it will continue. That doesn't change until there's something that happens with the company, probably, or the metal, like the whole thesis changes, which it won't. Franco Nevada, that wasn't the best day. Well, I guess that followed gold like it should. Gotta watch that the ascending doesn't get breached here. There's loads of support on the way down, but yeah, you can. I guess that's why I sold some seniors. I could see if gold dumps, like there's peace, diplomatic solution. Again, I think that'll be a very short-term dump that you buy because the macro financial monetary thesis does not change. So you buy that drop. Even FOMC drop you probably buy. But there are some seniors that have support like this, very, very vulnerable. So this one I also trimmed 1 or 2 days ago, 170 something probably. But anyway, the trend is still good, especially if it's a green day, you'll end up all the way up here probably today, 180. So maybe that's a bit too much. But no problem with Franco overall. Metalla, the other royalty, this one was outperforming some, to be honest, the last couple of weeks. But it came down more than others. And I wanted to buy back if it went back here because I was trimming 380, 379, but it didn't. But it could. I'll watch that one. It's certainly not a stock I've bought in a long time. Even down here, I just hated it. But yeah, I don't know. I might buy if it goes there. Depends. Not sure. All right, next is Aris Mining, which has hit already yesterday, all-time highs again. This one is super strong. Kind of stock that wants to break out. Doesn't really matter what gold does. So I've trimmed enough. It's not worth that much anymore, so I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to oversell. So this one I'm leaving, and I have no idea what it's capable of because you know what the chart looks like. We've taken out all resistance, and now it's just limitless skies. Obviously, there's a reason there's mass dilution and all that, so it doesn't just go all the way up to 10, which is the next real resistance, but it might be able to. You never know. Next is iron gold. It's okay. It's not like the seniors, which is testing that are hovering just underneath their 52-week highs. This one's underneath its second resistance level, 780. So let's see if it can break out of that, maybe at least close above it if there's good reaction to FOMC. Next up will be 840, and then we run to the nines and tens. No problem with this one overall. They've all got their little gaps to fill too, a lot of the stocks. There's so much resistance on the support on the way down. So I have no problem identifying levels. Equinox, though, this was interesting. It's got a gap on the way up. I think this was bad news. Good reaction on a good gold day. Down it goes. I bought this day here. I was waiting for it to go down another 10 cents or something. I thought, what's the difference between 620 and 610? Nothing. So I just bought it. And actually, it was kind of off the lows. But now it's just hovering. If there's bad news, I think we go to six actually. Maybe 610. Maybe I would get to buy 610 again. Otherwise, there's this little gap zone. But there's strong support here, the ascending, especially down here. Because it'll probably bounce and then I mean go there, fill, and then move back up again. So Equinox is real cheap compared to the others. So this one I've been buying. It's like that was the only gold stock I bought whilst I was trimming the other seniors. And then obviously the silvers I also bought. I'll get to that in a second. B2 Gold, like the others, hovering just underneath its 52-week high. 380 is nice. You take that out, you run to four, right past four actually. Yeah, like 430, 430, 440. SBSW. This is the multi-metal one, palladium platinum. That one really did nice. Palladium platinum been okay actually. So they could continue to break out. And if they do, SBSW continues. This has been such a beauty. I don't even consider it a gold stock, but it's just look at that. You just got to zoom out and then you see what it's capable of. $8 go straight to $8. Then you got $10. Huge moves. Huge moves. So much profit off this one actually. It's like more than 100. I don't even know. 150% or something already. Okay, let's get to the silver stocks. First Majestic has been very strong. You see, despite the ETF I showed you, the SILJs, the SILs that have been disappointing, just hovering. Yeah, this one's been hovering too sideways, but at its absolute highs and stronger. It didn't really come down like the other ones, like the ETFs. And here, this was the best close it's had. And this one, you zoom out and you think this is a cult squeeze stock. It's had the best close. If silver runs today, if silver has a move to this 37.5, closes above it, goes to 40. This thing here, I've said it for a long time. All the videos I've done, this is a cult stock. It's been crappy, but it's a cult stock. If you believe in silver, it's worth having. All the stocks I own, the 5 or 6 silver stocks I own, they're all cult stocks to some extent. They're not unknown juniors. I'm out of that game. I mean, I've seen a couple of juniors have good moves. Congratulations for those people that hold it. It's not for me anymore. It's just, I don't need to do it, to make the money that I want, that I need. I'm happy with 400% in reliable silvers, somewhat reliable, rather than these juniors that are, lottery tickets or just dustbin tickets. So, but anyway, we've got a great close here. So we've taken out this. Next stop is here, 9, 10, just below 10. Huge move, right? It's like 25. It could do that in 2 days if we have a real squeeze. And it looks like it wants to do it even if there's no squeeze. So First Majestic, amazing, might be the best silver stock at the moment. Candle wise, next is Fortuna. I added this one, right? I mean, I'm not going to add First Majestic. I have enough. It looks super strong. Let it run. Fortuna, okay, weak. I agree. But if we have a big move down, I'll buy here. Long term, no problem owning a good quality, reliable silver stock that should squeeze all the way up. I'm going to take advantage of this. I think this is mispricing. Comes all the way back down to prior resistance, tests it as support. If we have a move up, up we go, straight to 750, 760, and then we run to 8, and you're making huge percentages straight away. So I bought that. If we come down, I'll buy that. If we come down more, I got to look at what's going on in silver, but I'll probably buy around 520 or something. So I bought Fortuna. I like First Majestic. CDE, my all-time favorite overall, has also come down. I would normally buy that, but it's worth more than all the other ones because it always was, and because it's moved up crazy, probably more than all the others, and because it hasn't really come down much. So I'm not buying CDE, but it's filled its gap. And to be honest, that last candle is nice, but obviously still had a crazy day yesterday at 2%. I just want that continuation break out of this and then double digits. Finally, it's been years, double digits, and then up we go, higher and higher and higher and higher. This thing can make this is a retirable stock. Love it. Next is Heckler. This one I added to also, same reasons as Fortuna. What the hell is this? I mean, this was a buy and I didn't buy. I don't think. I don't think. But now it's come all the way down there. I thought I'm buying that. This now it looks like it's ready. You know, it's gone even below 6. Flush that didn't. Yeah, it gone. I mean, this is not even an obvious level. I'll remove it because I think we've got our level now. If we flush again, I don't see it's going all the way down here. This ascending. It'll be somewhere in the middle probably, but it'll probably be $6. I think it's hit its low. I don't even understand why it's flush. Was it news? Don't know. But this wasn't the level. So there you go, ready to go. I locked my stuff in today, yesterday. Now we go all the way back up. If silver squeezes, Heckler, like all the others, CTE, Fortuna, First Majestic, is a cult stock. It's a reliable one. It should go up. This was disappointing, but I added to it, so very happy about that. EXK, I didn't add because it didn't come all the way back down like Heckler and Fortuna, was it? This is hovering and it's ready to pop. It's also worth quite a lot. Just it's the next most valuable stock after CDE. So another reason not to buy. If it came all the way down here, it wouldn't be worth more than the others. And I would have bought. So I just bought the weak ones and left the strong ones. This one, we take this out. We run to 560. This one moves strong with the metal price. You can see it's done a lot of catching up recently. And by the way, after 566, you start to see these levels I was looking at yesterday. That's nice, real nice. If we flush down, obviously for 25-ish is a level. Finally, Mag Silver. Strong, very strong. You can see it's just ascending higher highs, higher lows, whilst the others were retracing and consolidating. This one is just, staircasing up. And once you take out 20, just below 22, you take out 22, boom, boom, you go to 24. And it's just such a quick, simple, profitable move. It's like, 10% boom. And I think it's going to be bought out by, was it Pan America? So you probably have your shares just added to Pan America, which I own also. That's actually my most valuable silver stock. It's just I consider it a senior with the other, Newmont Agnico, but that's actually a silver stock. Well, in mine's gold mainly. So this one didn't add to it for the same reasons as I didn't add to the other ones. It's strong. I have enough. I prefer to buy those that have retraced. So there you go. That's why overall I'm happy with my portfolio. My gold stocks are outperforming the gold ETFs. My silver stocks are outperforming the silver ETFs. I bought the ones that retraced. I left the ones that are flagging and just about to break out. Silver's doing its thing. Gold's okay, but yeah, let's see what happens. My portfolio's at all-time highs every day. Hasn't really moved too much the last 2, 3 days because the met the ETFs, the miners haven't moved too much, but yeah, can't complain. I think I just have a, was it ADD? I'm looking for like thousands and profits every day now, which is good and bad. All right, let's see what happens with FOMC, especially today, and the war. Hopefully there is no war.